Hi, in this video, I will be showing you problem number 10 of chapter 10 section 4. Sketch the curve and find the area that it encloses or equal to 4 minus sine theta. First we have to sketch the curve, which is a polar curve. Even though the question is polar curve, it is always better to take a look at the Cartesian graph and then change the Cartesian graph to polar graph. So when you do the Cartesian graph for r equal to 4 minus sine theta, you have to first consider r equal to negative sine theta and then look at the graph of 4 minus sine theta, which is a vertical shift up of the first graph by 4 units. So let's first consider r equal to negative sine theta graph, which is a Cartesian graph. So the usual x-axis will be our theta axis, which is the independent variable, or is the dependent variable, which is on the y-axis. So r-axis and the theta axis. And then we are going to consider the inverted sine graph. So the sine graph is, the amplitude is 1, and then it is an inverted sine graph because of the negative sign in front. So we'll invert the sine graph. So at 0 it is 0, at pi by 2 it is negative 1, at pi it is 0, at 3 pi by 2 it is positive 1, at 2 pi it's equal to 0. Then we are going to consider the actual graph, the Cartesian graph of 4 minus sine theta, which, as I said earlier, is the vertical shift of negative sine theta by 4 units. So the graph is shown here, 4 minus sine theta. This graph is the red one. So we are going to convert this to polar graph. So when you take a look at the vertical 4 minus sine theta Cartesian graph, so the graph starts off at 4 and then decreases to 3 at pi by 2, and then it increases, and then at pi it increases to 4, and then at 3 pi by 2 it increases to 5, and then it decreases to 4 at 2 pi. So if we consider this as 4 parts, so we can consider 0 to pi by 2, the graph decreases from 4 to 3. Then between pi by 2 to pi, the graph increases from 3 to 4. Then between pi and 3 pi by 2, which is the third piece, it increases from 4 to 5. And then from between 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi, the graph decreases from 5 to 4. So that's exactly what we are going to do in the polar graph. So let's consider a pole and then the axis theta equal to 0. At theta equal to 0, r value is 4. So go along the theta equal to 0, 4 units. So this is equal to r comma theta. R is 4, theta equal to 0. So that is the first point of the graph. And then at pi by 2, it reaches 3. So this is the line corresponding to, the ray corresponding to theta equal to pi by 2. So here it goes from theta, r decreases and decreases to 3. So the first part corresponds to this graph. It goes from 4 to 3. Right. Then from pi by 2 to pi, it increases to 4. So this is the line corresponding to theta equal to pi. This is theta equal to pi. In this direction, it is actually coming back to, it reaches 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in this direction. So it's going to be, it's kind of making a semicircle right now. And then you have to see what happens between pi and 3 pi by 2. When it goes from pi to 3 pi by 2, it reaches actually 5. From at 3 pi by 2, it reaches 5. So this is the ray corresponding to 3 pi by 2. So it reaches 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the graph is actually coming to this part. And then in 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi, it reaches again 4. So it's complete that circle. Right. So it's kind of not exactly a circle, but this is how it is done. So it is the first part in the graph, Cartesian graph. This is the part corresponding to 1. This is the part corresponding to 2. This is the part corresponding to 3. And this is the part corresponding to 4. So if I want to mark some points, so at pi by 2 it is equal to 3. So it's 3 comma pi by 2, r comma theta. Here it is 4, 4 comma pi. And then at 3 pi by 2 it reaches 5. So it's 5 comma 3 pi by 2. Then at 2 pi it again reaches 4. So 4 comma 2 pi, which is the same point as this one. So this is the graph corresponding to r equal to 4 minus sine theta, which is a polar graph. So as I mentioned earlier, it is a better idea to do the Cartesian graph so that you will know what happens in between the points like 0 through pi by 2 what happens, and pi by 2 to pi what happens, whether the graph is increasing in nature or decreasing, and so on. Now we're going to find out the area of the second half of the problem is to find the area of this enclosed figure, such as integral 0 through 2 pi, integral 0 through 2 pi, half r square d theta. That is integral 0 through 2 pi, half r square. R is 4 minus sine theta. So substitute for r, 4 minus sine theta the whole square d theta, which is 1 half integral 0 through 2 pi, 16 minus 8 sine theta plus sine square theta d theta. Now we will integrate. So it is half, then it is 16 theta minus 8 negative cosine theta, so plus 8 cosine theta. Then we have to evaluate that between 0 and 2 pi. Then to do this, the second part of the integral, so it is going to be integral sine square theta, which is 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2. Sine square can be written as 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2 from trigonometry. So we are going to integrate that by using that trigonometric formula. So it is half, and if we plug in here, it is 16 times 2 pi, so 32 pi, then 8 times cosine of 2 pi, that is 8 times 0. Then we have negative 16 times 0, 8 times cosine 0. Cosine 0 is 1, but it is at the lower limit, so we will have minus 8. That will be negative 1. And now for this part, we are going to pull out 1 half, then integrate this part, which is theta minus sine 2 theta over 2 between the limit 0 and 2 pi. So it is area, which is equal to 1 half times 32 pi. These two cancel out. Then we have half. Now plug in the upper limit, which is 2 pi, and then sine of 2 times 2 pi, that will be a 0. Lower limit, it will be a 0. So we get half of 32 pi plus pi, which is 33 pi. So it will be 33 pi halves. So you can write maybe unit square, this being area. Hope this video helps.